Now we be the voice that got talk true. For the land we done they so for silence too long.
Hello my people, and welcome once again for this edition of Voices of Vigilance. Today, no be small this matter about opposition coalition still dey hot because people will suppose hear word, no one hear. Plenty people don dey beg Oga Atiku Abubakar make he reason wella, step down for Peter Obi so that this coalition go fit work. This one na to respect the gentleman's agreement wey dey help power rotate between north and south of Nigeria. As Oga Tinubu wey still dey power now come from south. Even sef for inside the ADC opposition coalition sef we hear say some members don dey beg Oga Atiku make he play the role of statesman so that he go support Peter Obi. But Oga Atiku we hear don want them say make nobody put am under pressure. Oh yeah, so that one na because Atiku and him people dey see am say na force they wan force them. Even sef him followers like Kenneth Okonkwo and Dele Momodu dey yarn say na ADC primaries na him dey wan do. Primaries na that kind small election wey they do inside of their party take decide who they go present, make it represent them for the big election. Primary where only few people go enter, sometimes go do small mago, go select person where they want, come present for the voters. If not that kind primary where they talk, Obedience say they no want time. Obedience they talk say if they want do primary, make they run open poll, make the Nigerians will be the real voters decide. Some of them agree say that kind primary no fit there for their constitution, but they say now that one now the true test of popularity. Say they no fit support any kind primary where they will go do for inside one corner. People from all over Nigeria don't they beg Oga Atiku and the people make they see reason. Even Alhaji Haruna Goroh say in long letter sent to Atiku can't even do video join. Make we hear am small.
Hello everyone, this is my last call to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. I've already sent a message to you previously pleading with you to step aside for Mr. Peter Obi, not because Peter Obi does not have what to win the election without you. It was obvious in the 2023 elections that Peter Obi was actually the winner. We know this, even the PDP said it. Even the APC government knew what they did. And it is very, very obvious that going forward, stepping in to compete with Peter Obi will only divide the votes and end up giving Tinubu a second term, meaning he will rule Nigeria 8 years. Can't you see the suffering that Nigerians are going through just 2 years into Tinubu's presidency? So Atiku, this is my final advice to you. Many Nigerians have been calling upon you to step aside and allow Peter Obi. You have tried to be president more than 6 times. This is going to be the 7th time. The God that you trust in, the Allah you call upon and pray to, can't you see the handwriting on the wall that you have tried and tried? You've done your part. You were vice president. What else are you looking for? You want to divide the vote so that Tinubu will continue as president for Nigerians to continue to suffer? I am calling upon you to do the needful now. If Nigerians wanted you, by now you should have been president. Why don't you step aside? Forget your personal agenda. Forget your personal ambition. Atiku, don't be selfish. Think of Nigeria first. Atiku Abubakar, this is a sincere appeal. Don't let personal ambition stand in the way of collective progress. Don't allow your long-standing desire for power to blur your judgment or silence the voice of the people. 2027 is not just another election. It's an opportunity to rescue and rebuild Nigeria. The stakes are too high for ego to lead and for history to repeat itself. Sir, if the people's support is for another candidate, someone with fresh energy, broader acceptance, and momentum, do the honorable thing now. Step aside, support unity. Let your legacy be one of wisdom, not just ambition. True leadership sometimes means knowing when to lead, and other times knowing when to support. Nigeria needs a win and not a split. Let history remember you for not how long you pursued power, but for the moment you put Nigeria first. Alhaji Atiku, Nigeria is bleeding, people are dying, people are suffering, people are hungry, and we cannot afford another 4 years of a Tinubu regime. We are not saying that you're the only one that will bring about the win, but we are saying don't divide the votes. And I call upon the ADC coalition, unless if the ADC coalition was formed secretly with a plan to bring in Atiku to stand in as their presidential candidate. But if it was not so, if you truly mean well for Nigeria and you want to see a change, don't allow Atiku to stand in. Nigerians don't want him. It's obvious that Nigerians want change. They want Peter Obi. They want somebody from the south. And it is now the turn of the south. Buhari was incompetent. Nigerians suffer under him. Yet, they allowed him to rule for 8 years. And now Tinubu is obviously incompetent. He said he came to continue where Buhari stopped. Now, he has taken the suffering of Nigerians to the next level. And we want to see change. Give a fresh blood a chance. Give somebody from the southeast a chance. Obasanjo from the southwest had the opportunity to govern Nigeria for 8 years. After Obasanjo, he went to the south-south. Then went to the north, where Buhari took the nation down for 8 years. Tinubu has come now for a 4-year term. 2 years, Nigeria is already gone, and we don't want that to continue. Then some people are advocating that no, power needs to go to the north. Why must it be north-north? Okonkwo is calling for power to the north. Why? Is it because you are supporting Atiku? What will Atiku do? You were supporting Peter Obi. You said several times that they stole the election, that you were so sure Peter Obi was the winner. So if you knew he won, why will you now start saying that he doesn't stand a chance? And you're talking about how the politics works and that the northern vote. I am a northerner. The support for Peter Obi has increased. Many people in the north want Peter Obi, not Atiku. If we wanted Atiku, we would have given him a chance. We have not been electing him. Anytime you have seen him get votes from the north, is because there was no other alternative. I am begging you, it's time to give somebody a chance from the southeast. What is our problem with the Igbos? We come and say one Nigeria, one Nigeria. Now they change the national anthem and brought the old one to talk about we being together. But it's all a lie, it's all lip and mouth service. I don't know what is our problem. Why are we afraid of the people from the southeast? Then we say we are one Nigeria. When they are now saying they want to leave Nigeria so that they can have Biafra, we fight it. If we know they are not important, why are we not letting them go? Now when it comes to power, we don't trust them. All of us northerners must team up behind Obi. We have suffered under our own so-called northerners. Why did Wike destroy PDP? He destroyed it because he said it was the turn of the south and that the ticket should be zoned to somebody from the south. That was his fight. That was his grievance. So why should it now be okay to say that it should remain in the north? That time when they were advocating and saying PDP has said it must be north-south, and that time it was the turn of the south. But even though that was what PDP stood for, what did Atiku do? He stood again from the north. He's trying to do the same thing. Mr. Atiku, you're doing the same thing again. Tinubu is now going for 4 years. Then there's another 4 more years for a southerner. Since Tinubu has destroyed Nigeria, and it's obvious Nigerians don't want him. So that's why now it's good to allow it to stay in the south. To stay in the south, it shouldn't stay with Tinubu. And there is a region that has not been given a chance. Since 1999, they've not had a chance. Southeast. What is the problem that people don't want to be? Is it because people are scared? What are they scared for? Because they want to continue corruption? They want to continue to loot the resources of the nation, destroy the nation, while people are suffering, they are enjoying. Anybody that's standing to support Atiku now, I think they are supporting a second term of Tinubu. I know I came in peace, but it's getting to me right now. I don't know what else to say. Mr. Atiku, please do the right thing. And I call upon you, David Mark and Aregbosola, please you people do the right thing. All the people that are under ADC, Except if you people have already done a secret deal and it's all window dressing from the outside, making it look as if we are all coming together in a coalition. But already behind closed doors, they've already decided who will be. The only thing you can prove people like myself wrong, that there was no prior arrangement to all this so-called coalition, then do an open primary. In fact, today, do a national poll to ask people, in this ADC coalition, who would you want to be the flag bearer or the presidential candidate under this coalition? Just ask normal Nigerians and hear what they will say. Don't allow a few people to go and say they are doing a primary when we know how corrupt the primaries are. We saw it in APC and even the last one in PDP. The same thing. You try an open primary. Call all the people to come that are in support of this coalition and let them do a primary. I can tell you for sure that there is no way that Atiku will win. I'm telling you, don't hand over 2027 win on a platter of gold to Tinubu by bringing in Atiku. Please, Mr. Atiku, do the right thing. Your close friends have called upon you. Northerners have called upon you. People from the Middle Belt, people from the South. What else do you want? Do you want God to show to you that it is not His will for you to be president? He gave you a chance to be vice president. Shouldn't you be happy with that? You believe in the will of Allah. Why don't you accept it? We can't afford another 4 years of Tinubu after these 2 years are done. So the time has come. We must all stand together and say, no, not anymore. Atiku, do the needful. This is my last call to you. I'm not going to do another broadcast to call upon you. They say a word is enough for the wise. I'm not the only one that has called upon you. Many well-meaning Nigerians have called upon you. And I know that Nigerians will win against anybody's personal ambition. Why should Nigerians be the one that should be destroying their own nation when we have everything that it takes to build a great nation? We have what it takes to make Nigeria the pride of Africa, not just Africa, but many nations of the world. That's why I'm calling.
As Haruna Goroh don't finish begging, Kenneth Okonkwo come carry him babati go Channels TV, come talk why he won't support Atiku or any other person will come from the north from 2027. But from his own analysis, Don Aza can discover waiting they really push Kenneth Okonkwo to support Atiku or any other person, as he say, will come from north. According to Don Aza, Kenneth Okonkwo no dey look for person will go fit fix Niger. In own na person will go fit win election for 2027. Make we enter Don Aza class.
Hello, you are welcome to this class. In this class, I want make you see many things. Before we start at all,
What do you expect when the ruling party has become jittery? That the party that will take them out with their incompetence and corruption has just appeared in the hemisphere politically of Nigeria. We are used to all these shenanigans. Yeah.
How do you know Bola Tinubu very well? Yes. You know the APC is presently constituted. How do you want to defeat that tendency in our political climate at the moment in 2027?
Now, it is a very easy thing if people will yield to strategy and not sentiment. Give Bola Tinubu his own style, his own strategy, and he's back to Bodilon. What did Bola Tinubu do in 2015? He went to the north, picked a man that he knows that all the northerners are in support. As at that time, Bola Tinubu wanted to be president because he said it's his lifetime ambition. But he knew that if he, as a southerner, tries to take out an incumbent southerner, he will fail because nobody has succeeded from the same section of the president, incumbent, to take out an incumbent president. He went to the north and brought a man that he knew that all the northerners are supporting. And when he brought him, any combination from the south took out Jonathan, and he bided his own time, and he came in later to become the president. That is strategy. If my own strategy this time around is that I am going to support a northerner in 2027. Really? Yes. And it must be my condition to the northerners. It must be a northerner that the whole north will be willing to support, like an Atiku. If the whole north is willing to support an Atiku, why not? Or a Tambuwal. If the whole north is willing to support, why not? Or an Erufai. The person must be qualified, must have experience, and if he has experience in the presidency, it's an added advantage. And when we put up anything from the south, that will push him through. And anybody telling you to bring a fresh southerner to compete against Tinubu, a southerner, is trying to tell you to zone the ticket to Tinubu, and Tinubu will win outrightly. So you're saying that invariably that Tinubu's
possibility of becoming or being re-elected in 2027,
Yes.
is incumbent on the opposition fielding the same candidate from the same zone. But that if the opposition wants to beat Tinubu and the APC,
Yes.
the candidate must come from the opposite zone.
Absolutely. Let's look at it this way. Somebody from your zone, if you listen to Olufalaye said his election was rigged. But immediately the people rigged him out. They prevailed on him that he is a fellow Yoruba person that he contested with. Why not let him leave it? We have not had a good electoral system. This election is going to be written, like I've always told you, in 2027. They have already prepared it. Have we done electoral? Yes, I've done
Do you have evidence to that?
No, I told you 2023 there was technical glitch, and they have not given us the excuse to today. Technical glitch, by my own definition, is the process of suspending an election so that you can write it instead of transmitting it. And there is no assurance that you not have in 2027.
If you say
so
that
if
they're
they write in
planning to rig the
2027 and is a fellow Southerner that you're competing with, they'll prevent on you. Please leave him. He's your fellow Southerner, and then that is how they will steal the election. So if you bring somebody from the Southeast, even if you win, they will steal it from him. Let me tell you the strategy that will make the Southeast man to be president. Do you know the Southwest has never contested election against an incumbent? Strategy. Because they know in Nigeria, if you don't have the establishment supporting you, even if you win, they will steal it from you. Olufalaye said it was stolen from him. If you ask me, I will say we won the election in 2023, it was stolen from us. Because we didn't have
Peter Obi won the election.
That's my belief. In 2023, I believe it. But they stole it from us.
Let me ask
and
you.
if you do it again,
Yeah.
they will steal it again from you. Because there's no incumbent to back you. But if you bring somebody from the north, nobody will prevail on him to leave his victory quickly. Because, yes, because he's not from the same side with you.
Yeah, quickly. How do you then tell Nigerians
Yes.
that the ruling party has said these people are spent, they've been in power? What new thing do they want to bring? How do they defend the failures of the past government, which they were part of? Some past governors, past ministers. How do you defend that the failures of this country in the past? You are coming and you say you want to redeem it. Will Nigerians believe the coalition and some of the elements in it?
Okay, let me give you an example. The worst of PDP now has become better than the best of APC. Assuming you talk about an Atiku, if he can take us to Obasanjo days, are we not going to celebrate? Assuming, because the performance of APC has beatified. PDP has beatified. Whoever served, for instance, in Obasanjo's government, they paid off all our debts. You remember? And we're not owing. APC has borrowed Nigeria into about 177 trillion naira in debt without nothing to show for it. We are enjoying darkness, not light. I've told you now, people cannot fly to go and come back. I've told you how flawed. Took away 500 persons in Niger State. The president has not gone to commiserate with them. I've told you how 500 persons were roasted by terrorists in Benue State. Now, if you get a president, assuming who was with Obasanjo, there was no security problem then. We were moving in the right direction. No debt, our economy became the largest in Africa. Assuming, wouldn't you be happy?
Right.
So when they say the same old people, please, APC should stop lying.
You don't see and so. One thing we I want make you put at the back of your mind is the first thing, show controlling, looking at Tinubu's tendency. This is very important in this analysis. Looking at Tinubu's tendency of winning by all means. Looking at the electoral system. Looking at the person you want to defeat. This is important. Before Sheo asks this question, Kenneth Okonkwo go don ask himself that same question. Looking at this man, who go fit defeat him? I know say Obi no go fit. Looking at all the factors, INEC, judiciary, his tendency, who go fit defeat him? You listen to him. That is political calculations before he made that decision of say, let me go and work with Atiku. They call Hassan. You fit still work with Erufai? He say yes. If the entire north go support him, you go fit work with Tabuwa? He say yes. He go do am. It means na the person wey go fit defeat Tinubu na him be him own. No be person wey go make Nigeria better. I'm going somewhere, okay? Na the person wey go remove Tinubu, who can remove President Tinubu, whether the person is better or not better than Tinubu, okay. His mission or what he formed his decision is who can defeat Tinubu, okay? So shifting alliance, na him make am carry the alliance. After he talk say Obi disappointed am, and Obi talk say he disappointed am. Instead of him going to APC, where they go say they don't give you control. I think we talk say you no go APC. He no want those type of description. The way they describe Daniel Bwala now or Reno Omokri. No, because of his image, it's difficult to defend. So instead of stay with Obi, the remaining option are to shift alliance to Atiku. And if Atiku is not coming in, any other person. Now these things we go use, look, the ticking pattern of Kenneth Okonkwo in this class. Okay? We'll go see. Introduction. Challenging Okonkwo's risky strategy. Kenneth Okonkwo's plan to remove Tinubu at all costs. Repeat his 2015 mistake. Remember in 2015, Kenneth Okonkwo joined APC to remove Goodluck Jonathan. Whoever that can remove Goodluck Jonathan, that Buhari will deliver Nigeria from wetin Goodluck Jonathan don't do. No wahala, no see. A Bass Flock candidate.
My own strategy this time around is that I am going to support a northerner in 2027. Really? Yes. And it must be my condition to the northerners. It must be a northerner that the whole north will be willing to support, like an Atiku. If the whole north is willing to support an Atiku, why not? Or a Tambuwal. If the whole north is willing to support, why not? Or an Erufai.
From his talk now, you go see say he's ready to back Atiku. He's ready to back Erufai. He's ready to back Tabuwa. As long as these guys, they can defeat Tinubu. No be Obi, when he don't calculate say, if Obi wins again, they will collect the power from him, according to him.
So if you bring somebody from the southeast, even if you win, they will steal it from him.
Looking at Tinubu's tendency.
You know Bola Tinubu very well. Yeah. You know the APC as presently constituted. How do you want to defeat that tendency?
From Sheu's talk, he don't say and say, they still collect am. Looking at this man's tendency, and if they collect am, he no go fit fight for him. He no go fit fight for his victory. So I rather support Atiku, Erufai, Tabuwa. Even though say they no better pass Tinubu. Even though say they no go make Nigeria better. The only thing wey he want na defeat. The way they brought Buhari to defeat Goodluck Jonathan, irrespective of the consequence. Now he's clamoring for PDP's day. The PDP, when he assist APC remove from power, repeating his 2015 mistake. My stance: support Obi or let Tinubu continue to avoid worse governance. That is my message in this class. My drive is who go make Nigeria better. I go show you the analysis. I would rather support the person that will make Nigeria better. No be say to remove person by all means. Come carry us go another air fire, the bottomless part of it. After another commotor from PDP gave us to APC. At least the one would not be now. I think for my body, I don't suffer. I don't want to suffer with it past this one. Okay? Let me continue. The goal of this class: expose Okonkwo's contradictions and protect Nigeria's future. That is the goal of this class. Okay? Now, let's look at Okonkwo's role in Nigeria's crisis. His role in Nigeria's crisis. 1. Okonkwo helped APC remove Jonathan in 2015 when they promised us change. Now, he cut APC's rule when he helped bring to power with 177 trillion debt and 34.2% inflation. Admit PDP's era was better. It's like the APC era what we dey now. They walk us, promote us from this APC, carry us go ADC with Atiku, for instance, Tabuwa, Erufai. We can't reach that one again. That is the ADC possible era. But they clamor for Lua Odeso. Remember, during Goodluck, corruption everywhere. We say, hey, we won't die. Oh. These are expensive. Oh. They gave us APC change and gave us change through Buhari. Nobody believes say anything where it was past Goodluck Jonathan, they exist for this world. If you think say there is nothing worse than APC, you are joking. That's my drive. Make them not go carry us from where we dey go this one. If they no fit support Peter Obi. Okay, we'll continue. Jonathan's era, 5 to 6% GDP growth, $9.7 billion debt. World Bank 214. When you compare with this trillion, go understand say this one was preferable with the one where they carry us put. Question: why should we trust Kenneth Okonkwo now, who helped create this crisis? Because in canvas for that, he talk about television. He campaigned for APC in 2015. Now he's saying that strategy when they use that time, take remove Goodluck Jonathan, now they won't use again. Without considering the consequence, without analyzing the candidate, without being careful about the people when you want support, irrespective of what Nigeria will get, may they come out as a waju. You got the point now? Now, we will analyze people who say he will support. Okonkwo claims Atiku can restore Obasanjo's day. Okay? Reality, Obasanjo called Atiku corrupt in his book, My Watch, page 31 to 45. He described him. Baba Tiwa talk about the person where they thought they make the return back to Obasanjo's day. As if na in the room that time. As if na in they make decision that time. According to Obasanjo, he mentioned some certain things, such as PTDF scandal, shady privatization deals. US Senate 2010 report linked this man to suspicious financial transactions. Okay? Article 2019 plan was to sell everything. Remember the interview? To sell everything, even to friends. Eh? That one na progressive. That one na person wey go believe say go carry us back to Obasanjo's era. Conclusion: Atiku is no solution. Okay? Kenneth Okonkwo's choice is reckless. Now, win anyhow with this, irrespective of who the person is. Number 2 choice, El-Rufai. Say if you work with El-Rufai, as long as you go fit defeat Asiwaju. Here, we're going to look at security and controversy concerns on El-Rufai. Okonkwo said he could back El-Rufai for leadership. Okay? Remember, say the Senate rejected El-Rufai. Why they reject him? As minister in 2023, they thought say they get security concerns on him. Premier Times, August 7, 2023, they thought say they get security concern on him. Okay? You remember Kaduna violence, Santa Kaduna? Thousands of people died there during his reign as the chief security officer of the state. A lot of pie, they run through villages. We saw the body language. We saw the threat. We saw everything. We go read the report. Development no near Santa Kaduna because of what they believe. Get report now. Hey, a lot of crisis. This new governor enter, brought peace. In short, if na this present Kaduna governor, 9 ADC or APC, say what support to be the president of Nigeria, I will support him. Ask me why. Even though say there is no development, we just dey normal, just maintenance. As long as there's peaceful coexistence, as long as that person where they there is not a bigot, religious bigot, I prefer that one. I prefer that one because Nigeria na multi-religious country. No be the one who be say waiting more than 100 million people believe. Because no believe am, they are automatically your enemy as a leader. That leader should not even near the seat of power. If you bring person like the governor of Niger State, even though say he enter there, everything go dey normal. Looking at the man's tendency, the way when they relate with other people, when no believe what he believe, you go know say this one, if he rule over Nigeria as a country. You go look at person, who he be, looking at where the person is coming from. Can this person be the president of Nigeria? If you even ask me, don't answer. If God give you power and ask me, you carry person put for there, who you go put? I no go put Obi. You know what I go put? I go put that. I go put that. The problem is that Nigeria no go vote for that. That. Look at this interview they interview him recently. They ask and say, were you shocked when you find yourself in the midst of these people? He talk say, he say he dey shocked. He know they talk like politicians. He dey talk raw, sincere, just like Trump. Sincere. He say he's surprised. That man, his level of discipline. If that he enter power today, all of them go rock come up for Nigeria because that man no dey tolerate nonsense. You know, say for a school, if you want write exam, the paper where they go give you, your name no dey. Exam sheet, your name no dey. Na barcode, so that the person where go mark am, the lecturer no go know who this student be, who that student be. When they want plug in your result, na the barcode they go use. Anything corruption, anything like this, you know the tolerate am. Look at what he talk. He said, how many people they don't arrest concerning Benue? How many people they don't arrest?
How can you kill 200 people and no one has been arrested?
Well, they said they've arrested some people.
Before that, how many people were killed?
Well,
the ones in Plateau, have they arrested anyone?
They talk like this. A northern Muslim, how many people they don't arrest concerning Benue? How many people they don't arrest concerning Plateau? I don't see El-Rufai talk like that. I don't see Tabuwa talk like that. The way they talk, I don't say if this man they power. You know they don't be saying, hey, he just they talk and to enter power. No, just like Kenneth now, he thought say I feel work with. No, he thought say he was shocked.
Did you feel a bit strange being in the same room and professing to be in the same coalition with so many politicians who you were ranged against in 2023 and who you and Mr. Obi felt were a corrosive influence on this country?
Yes. It was simply unbelievable. Believe me, I'm still gasping for air. I mean, I remember, with due respect, I remember Nasiru El-Rufai dancing his eyes around and saying, if the heavens will come down to earth, Bola Ahmed Tinubu must be sworn in as president. I remember that clearly.
That as well.
And I remember him walking out of the Senate. And I remember them saying that, look, the same APC he did, they said that there's a security file on him. He can't be a minister. I also remember in less than a year later, he wants to kick out. I remember everything that's, between El-Rufai and so many other leaders that he now goes to kneel down and greet again. I'm gasping for air. I don't understand what is going on. There are people who've been in this government for 24 years. They've been out of it only 2 years and they are crying and shouting, we must throw this government out.
Get the point now. See the way where they talk so. Person where go take care of this country like black sign. So, for El-Rufai, anything where they call power. However, where say you won't support him. Say if he support him, when you don't see all these things, I feel that person's level of desperation. Accused of authoritarianism and favoritism. Okay. Question: how can El-Rufai deliver security and unity to Nigeria if the command Tinubu are put him there? That one I everybody go to win. No need power. Ordinary governor, call me president. They want me. What about Tabuwa? No transformative record as a governor, if you ask me. Okoko admits he could support Tabuwa for the presidency over Tinubu. When he was the governor of Sokoto, 87.7% poverty rate. Now he did there. Banditry persist. NBS 2022 report. What about Deborah Samuel? Now in the governor that time, they tell us that they arrested those people. Till tomorrow, they don't prosecute anybody. Because he no sign out on the paper now. No be the chief security officer of the state. Now he can talk say if he support just to remove Tinubu as long as not go vote for him. That is a reckless talk, if you ask me. He gets right to choose who he wants support to, but we are analyzing his intention, what he really wants as a person. Okay. This same Tabuwa weaken PDP. That time they get this new PDP fashion. They weaken Jonathan's government, pave the way for Buhari's 2015 win. He defected from ANPP to DPP to ANPP to PDP to APC to PDP now to ADC. Question: how can Tabuwa, a serial defector with no major achievement, who couldn't prosecute Deborah's killers as a governor, rule a multi-religious Nigeria better than Tinubu? I'm asking Kenneth. So your mission is to remove Tinubu from there, irrespective of who the person is, for him to dismiss Peter Obi? For me, they betray form where he thought say he stand for that time when they support Obi. No continue. Okoko said Obi can't win due to ringing. He know say Obi get good record, but the problem is say this man, they go see him come out. I rather enter where I know say the person go win than follow person where we say he no go fit win. Looking at, remember, tendency of the person in power now. No wahala. Obi's 2023, he got this vote allegedly allocated. Yes, that's what he said. See, this vote, now they allocate to them. They want Port Harcourt. According to them, we saw what he have Port Harcourt. What about Benin, Plateau State? Upon all, he see deliver these numbers. No wahala. Now he get youth support pass. Despite the technical glitch where they talk, he got this number. 2023. Within 3 months, you don't get. With politicians for Nigeria, Atiku say, okay, I won't go join or no party. Or El-Rufai, join or no party. Without any support, no governor, nothing. Get this number. Okay? Go say, oh, now church, they walk out from church to church. APC, Muslim ticket. What did that one be? Another record. Reduce poverty from this to this. Also poverty index. Go and check it. Okay? My own now be say, why Kenneth Okoko no go better the canvas for electoral reform? Even though say he no go get time. You know say now white are the stand with. Make us stand with white. I will support this man. Make they say collect am for man. But history go talk say I supported the right candidate. No be person will be say he go likely win. After the win, what next? Get the point. After Buhari don't win, promise us change. What was delivered to us? We order for change. They gave us change. And the change, see what you try to break system. According to them, why abandoning Obi for flawed politicians, which himself criticized in 2023? Structure of criminality. We want to support them now, just to remove abandoning the person you know say he get the character, the will. Now he tell us that, Abi. Now he tell us say Obi is the best, whatever. The only problem now is say looking at the tendency of the person in charge, this Obi cannot win. Therefore, make a run go where the winning will likely occur. That one is not character for me. The journey of 1,000 man. Obi never run for president before. Now only one be this one. Atiku dey run since. Abi? So only once you don't abandon now. But person wey don run, fail, say now you want support. Think of it now. Verdict on Kenneth Okonkwo. Atiku dey cry say the rig am comot. Carry them go court. The Supreme Court 290 at 2023. He no fit prove am. He no defend the vote. Still, he dey talk now say Atiku go fit defend his victory if he wins. For me, I believe say he dey calculate something. You cannot just waste your time. Atiku plus a win. Atiku plus lose. But this one, I believe money go come out from here. If you ask me, money go still come out from here if you lose. If you ask me, we don't forget about APC now, okay? But for Obi, whether Obi win or Obi lose, money no go come out. You better to be. This one is constant, but this one is not constant to be. That's what I say. So, cash and maybe a win or lose. Obi, no cash, no win without electoral reform. Because he knows say this is not possible. Even this one cannot win without electoral reform. For me, APC don't lock the game well. So no reform is coming. I believe say Okonkwo dey chase gain, not wetin go make Nigeria better. Who go put Nigeria to the next level? My stand though, I would rather stand tall on principle than back a demonic victory like the one when they give Buhari that time. That was a demonic victory. He say no happen, Nigeria for better, Nigeria for no worse as it be. He dey talk say make they carry us go back to PDP's day. Now he talk am.
If he can take us to Obasanjo days, are we not going to celebrate? Assuming. Because the performance of APC has beatified. PDP has beatified. Whoever served, for instance, in Obasanjo's government, they paid off all our debts. You remember? And we were not owing. APC has borrowed Nigeria into about 177 trillion naira in debt.
So it means the victory was a demonic victory. He wants to repeat the same demonic victory, not because the person is not and no. Zulon, we'll see what they do. If now not go talk like this, we are talking about records. I don't tell you now, if now, Kaduna governor, the correct one, Niger, correct one, or Ibu Boronu, correct one. I don't go talk like this. I go use this class of point. Those one cannot be called demonic victory. You get the point now? Which will burn Nigeria worse than we are currently in. Okay? So the big question is, can we trust Kenneth Okonkwo looking at his calculation of anyhow win? Anyhow. As long as Tinubu is out of power, Atiku will carry us back to Obasanjo's day. As if Atiku, now they make decision for Obasanjo that time. Repeating the 215 mistakes. Okonkwo admires Tinubu's 215 strategy. Back Buhari to host Jonathan. He admires it. He don't see anything wrong with that. Okay? What can be the result? He say he go back Atiku or Erufa or Tabuwa that will risk another failed presidency with what I've said concerning 3 of them in this class. My stance, if we not be support Obi or we not say Obi no go win because of say, according to Shehu, the tendency of this man where they power, make it better continue. is safer than Okoko risking Northern gamble. As long as the Northern will support the person whoever, the way they support Buhari. 6 months, no cabinet. In conclusion, Nigeria deserves better. Okoko's 250 APC campaign led to today's crisis. His 2027 plan, even worse pass. For me, this show lack credibility to deliver better governance. Okay? Obi offers reform. If he can win, Tinubu is safer. Okay? He is safer than Okoko's gamble with the 3 people when they present before us now. Unless they will bring new people, we will see their life, which they don't do for this country. Okay? Call for action. For me, we should reject recycled politicians and demand integrity and results. Any other thing, I am out.